Hey, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy TJ Tally here, gonna break down wrestling news and give my thoughts on it every weekday on Wednesdays. So welcome to the first edition of Wrestling News Wednesdays. This is for the Joshamania page on YouTube. Subscribe, like the Facebook page Joshamania. Yeah, so I just hope you like this video. First I want to talk about all these contracts that are expiring, or not expiring, but everyone wants out of their contracts now. The main one is Dean Ambrose. I think he's not happy with his character. He said at the end of April he's not going to renew his contract. WWE even came out and said that he's not going to renew it. Yeah, people think it's work. Personally, I don't. I don't blame him for leaving. Yeah, he had if you want to call it a tag team title run with Seth after Roman announced he had leukemia. And then he had an Intercontinental Championship run that was very brief. But yeah, I don't blame him. A lot of people are unhappy, like Dean and the Revival. Just to name a few, Mike and Maria Kanellis. They're not really they're not happy either. So a lot of people went out of their contracts. Then I also I don't but like I said, I don't blame Dean. Dean Ambrose now has options. They can freeze his contract. I don't know how long they can freeze him for. Freeze it for it, but after it freezes, he can pretty much do whatever he wants. And yeah, he turned down a 5-year contract, but he said he's not worried about money because he doesn't live an expensive lifestyle. So I mean, I get that. I just think I think he'll go to AEW. He's good friends with Cody. He could go to New Japan and start a new path and try to rebuild himself as Jon Moxley. I think he fought in TNA once or twice as Jon Moxley, so he could even end up in Impact and stay in the States. I don't know, because him and Renee Young are married, as we know. But I think he'll choose either to go to AEW or Impact. That's just my opinion on it. Another thing I touched on was the Revival. The Revival went out of their contracts. I guess they lost. I think they lost the match a few weeks ago to the Lucha House Party, and they weren't happy about it. So they demanded their release a few weeks ago, and they weren't happy with it. Well, here's what I gotta say about that. I can't blame them either. They haven't really been pushed. The tag team division hasn't really been pushed. I know the Young Bucks took a shot at them. I mean, they don't really know what they're doing with their tag team division, honestly. At least on Raw. I mean, on SmackDown, I think they're fine, but on Raw, they don't really know what they're doing. The Revival aren't happy, and they're trying to get out of their contracts. Personally, I would like to see them go to AEW. I mean, I know they're not going to get out of their contracts. I would like to see them go to AEW and fight the Young Bucks. You know, they've been teasing it for years now with the FTR. If you don't know what that is, I'm not going to say because it's not appropriate for YouTube. Then the Revival also started it, saying Forever the Revival. I wouldn't mind if it was the Elite or the Young Bucks, rather, versus the Revival. I wouldn't mind that at all. I think that would be a hell of a match to schedule, maybe somewhere down the line after their contract expire. Actually, another one that I just found out this morning, which I'm sure people know. Hideo Itami has left 205 Live. He requested his release. They have, I think, a 90-day no complete clause, and then he can go wrestle wherever. He changed his Twitter handle, or not handle, but he changed his name. He's going back to Kenta, which I don't think it's a bad idea. You want to start fresh after WWE. Well, you want to go back to something old, but you also kind of want to start fresh. He's going back to Kenta. I think that's great. AEW could use him. I don't think they will. I think he'll go back to Japan and wrestle because that's where he's from. So I think he goes back to Japan to wrestle. I don't see him coming to AEW. He might, but I just don't see it in the cards right now. I think, like I said, I think he'll go back and go to Japan. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. The other thing I wanted to talk about was AEW. A lot of people think AEW won't be competition. I don't think right away it'll be competition. Might get maybe wait 2 years, 3 years before it can become competition. But now that AEW is willing to pay the wrestlers just as much as WWE will, um, they're saying there's a lot of competition. I don't think there is. Yeah, they're paying the wrestlers the same, but I think you're going to run into the problem of, okay, these people are going to try to get out of their contracts, like the Revival, like Dean, Kenta, or Hideo Itami. He's gone now. You're going to run into the problem of, okay, you guarantee these people millions of dollars, or a certain amount of money, then you're going to have to pay them. Well, what's going to happen when you guarantee these people millions and millions of dollars every year, or for a certain amount for each show, and then you have no money to pay them? I know it's backed by Shad Khan, and I believe it's Tony Khan. And look, I got my Elite shirt on, so I absolutely love the idea of AEW. But yeah, I just for a few years, I don't see it being a complete competitor to WWE, at least for probably 2 or 3 years if it's around that long. Which I hope it is. I'd like to see it thrive. I would like to see. The Young Bucks pretty much and Cody pretty much say, "Hey, yeah, this was a crazy idea, but we ventured out and we did it." So I'm pulling for him. I know a lot of the wrestling people outside of WWE that watch more than WWE, because there's some people that don't watch anything else but WWE, which is okay. I'm not making fun of them. I'm just throwing that out there. That's okay. You do you. But yeah, I just think pretty much. I just think pretty much AEW will take a few years to compete, if they compete at all. I want to know what you guys thought of the Royal Rumble. Honestly, this is my first edition. I'm kind of nervous if y'all can't tell. So I'm just trying to jibber jab here for a second. I want to know what you guys think, or you guys thought about the Royal Rumble. I thought it was pretty solid. I thought SmackDown and Raw, other than the Riot Squad defeating, I think, Natalya and Dana Brooke the other night, I thought that was a pretty solid Raw. I mean, you also knew Ronda was going to win and beat Bayley, so I guess that really wasn't a surprise. But other than that, I don't think Raw was bad. SmackDown wasn't too bad. I think the 2-hour format fits it better than the 3-hour Raw. I know they get more money from sponsors and stuff being a 3-hour Raw, but I just think the 2-hour format fits SmackDown better. On the NXT side of things, it looks like, from what I can tell, Ciampa and Gargano probably going to be heel singles champions, sorted together, like I said in the predictions video for NXT. So I really don't know what's going to happen at NXT. It tapes tonight, so I can go more into detail and hopefully not spoil anything for you viewers watching at home, whoever's going to watch this video. But I think it's a smart move to kind of put DIY back together. And here's why. Yeah, they're good when they fight each other, but when Gargano and Ciampa are on the same page, they make some more memorable moments. Yeah, they beat the Revival for the tag champs. I think way back at NXT Takeover Toronto for the One Survivor Series, but then they lost the next one to AOP. So yeah, I really wouldn't mind seeing them back together, whether they're a tag team or not. I think they're both going to be great champions, but I mean, I don't know. We gotta see what this goes. From what I heard, Aleister Black's gonna be moving up soon. The Undisputed Era just lost the tag titles. They will probably move up soon, and then you have all these guys like Lacey Evans and Nikki Cross, Heavy Machinery, Lars Sullivan, EC3. If I left anyone out, I'm sorry. Please comment and let me know. But yeah, no, I just think that's solid. I think if you move up the Undisputed Era as well and Aleister Black, you kind of get some new fresh faces after WrestleMania, like they always do, and actually give them a decent sized push instead of just pushing them straight to the bottom. I think that'll be a good idea. Another thing I wanted to touch on from SmackDown is the Elimination Chamber match that was announced at the end of the show. I think Daniel Bryan will retain, or actually I heard Vince wants Orton to have the title going into Mania. He wants him to be like the first champion when they move to Fox in October. So it's possible that Randy Orton wins the Chamber match, carries the title through WrestleMania and on through October. I don't see it happening though. I think they're teasing that Daniel Bryan's gonna lose. I don't think he's gonna lose the title, even though it is a stacked card. And I would love. I after WrestleMania, I feel like I started to become a Mustafa Ali fan. He's really great. I mean, I know they'll probably never give him the title, but we never know. But I'd like to see Mustafa Ali win. Probably won't happen. But anyways, you got Mustafa Ali, Samoa Joe, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, Jeff Hardy, Mustafa Ali, and there's like one other person I forget. And I'm sorry, I'm still a little nervous trying to think about all this stuff. Didn't really know what to say. I'm just kind of rambling on now. But yeah, no, I think it'll be a good match. I think it's a solid match. The new WWE title, though, I know it's like equal friendly for Daniel Bryan and whatever. I don't like it. I prefer the original championship material, the Earth Stones or whatever. Those are cool, but other than that, I mean, it's iffy. NXT Women's Tag Team Championships in the Elimination Chamber. I think it's cool, but I think Bayley and Sasha will win them as long as they're in the chamber. I just don't see anyone else really winning them. I mean, maybe the Riot Squad, but other than that, I just don't see it happening. What I was going to talk about? I didn't remember what I was going to talk about. Anyway, so I mean, I don't really know what else to talk about. So yeah, this is probably a bad first edition, but hopefully it gets better. Hopefully these nerves come down. So I hope that you like it, you follow, you subscribe to this page, Joshamania. You subscribe or you like the page on Facebook. Go follow me on Twitter. Friend me on Facebook, Tyler Tally. On Twitter, Rampage_Tally. Go follow Josh at CatholicJosh122 on Twitter. And yeah, I mean, that's all I really got to say for this week. Because the only thing I really thought of was talking about the contracts, and I kind of rambled on. So if you didn't really like the show, I'm sorry. Hopefully I'm better next week. If you did like the show, thank you. If you don't like the name of Wrestling News Wednesdays, comment in the box of what you think it should be. If you think we should change Joshamania, leave your comments on what we should rename that. Other than that, yeah. So I know it's cold here in Northeast Ohio, so if you're somewhere cold, stay in, be safe, be warm. Yeah, and if you're somewhere warm watching this, well, good to you. But yeah, other than that, you know, just gonna watch NXT UK here soon. And yeah, like I said, NXT tapes tonight, so hopefully next week I can talk about some more without trying to spoil some stuff on that front. ROH, I haven't really watched. 205 Live, I haven't really watched yet. So yeah, I gotta get back into watching 205 Live like I have. But yeah, until then, yeah, stay blessed.